Hi, you guys. So I'm going to spend some time going ahead and going over your study guide with you. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to start with part one, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go from there. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and recenter my screen. So it says, below is a cat named Sunny. Sunny and his siblings, all four of these. Whoa. I'm so sorry. Go ahead and go there. All four of the cats are orange and white. However, the youngest sibling, all the way to the right, has a condition called polydactyly. Tony has an extra toe on his paws, and you can see it below the mouth toy. So this is Tony, and then that's his extra paw. If you guys can see that right there. So that is going to be your condition that we're going to be working with, and that's his extra toe right there. And it says, given that of the four siblings, only Tony has the extra toe, is that dominant or is that recessive? So if you guys are looking at this, right, you guys should see right away that since it's not a popular trait, this thing should be recessive, right? And then that is going to be what you will have on there, right? And then it says, use the Punnett square to show the only way Tony could have inherited his polydactyly. So you guys are going to go ahead and you guys are going to pick, right, your trait. And you guys are going to go ahead and look at this. And when you guys look at this, right, you guys are going to have two lowercase letters here, which means that your father should have a lowercase letter and your mother should have a lowercase letter right there, right, because that's the only way you're going to get that. But since the other siblings do not have this trait, right, you guys are going to realize really quickly that you guys need another capital letter or a dominant trait in order to make this happen. So these are all of your possible siblings. So what was their dad's genotype, right? And what was their mom's genotype? So you guys should have seen that on there. What were the genotypes of the potential siblings? So you have this, and that means normal, right? So that has a normal toes. And then you have this, and this is also going to appear normal, right? And then you have this one, which is the extra toe. So those are going to be like the things that you guys go ahead and that you see like right away, right? Is going ahead and looking at these guys, and you guys will see that this is a complete dominant trait, and since it's a completely dominant trait, it is going to be seen as that normal. Okay. So Tony has kittens with a female cat that does not have polydactyly, but one of her parents did. Using the Punnett square, determine how many of the kittens will have polydactyly, right? So, there are a couple of things on here. So you guys know that the dad's gene is little b, because that is Tony, and that's the one that we've been working with. So he donates one of those. The mom cat does not have the condition, right? So we know that she has one capital letter, but one of her parents did, right? So since one of her parents has the condition, right, you guys will see that this is going to have a lowercase letter in there. So then from there, you guys should be able to go ahead and you guys will get a genotype like that. So then what is Tony's genotype? Would be your father's gene. Your female's genotype is this deal, right? What are the possible genotypes of the kitten? So your kitten's genotype is this, which is extra toes. And you guys will see that that is going to be 50%. Oopsies. And then you guys also have this genotype right here, which is going to appear normal. Right, so those kittens are going to appear normal. So those are your different types of cats. Okay. Then these ones, this is like a graph and then a CER, so I'm going to kind of quickly go over the graph. All of these things should be a bar graph, and we're going to make sure that we check off everything in TOPS, right, which is title, axis, label, key, and scale, right? So we don't have to worry too much about scale for this one, but we will make sure we get the other ones. Okay, so you have your different fur colors, so you guys should have a fur color deal on here, right? So all of these things are going to be fur colors. You have black, you have black plus white, you have white, and then you have red, right? And then you guys are going to have your average lifespan of your pups. So I'm going to count by fives. 10, I'm not going to count by fives. I'm going to count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So you guys are going to look at the black ones, and the black ones are at 11. So you guys are going to make a bar graph that looks something like this. So that would be your black ones. Your black and white ones are up to 15. So your 15s are going to be around there. So you guys would go ahead and you would fill in that bar. Your white ones are going to be 13. So you guys are going to go all the way to 13. And you guys should have something like this. And then you guys are going to go ahead and you're going to look at this. And that is going to be your average number of pups. So this is going to be your average number of pups. So I have my title, my axis, I have my Y, and my X. So I have my axis, have my labels, I have my key. I don't need a keys for this one. And I have a scale. So that is all good. So you guys should have something that looks like this. Right? Then you guys are going to do the same thing for here, right? So you guys are going to go average lifespan. So this one, I might just count by, let's see. I might just count by ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this will be years, right? Oh, I forgot on this one. This is pups. And then we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to have black. You're going to have black plus white. You're going to have white. And you're going to have red. Right, so your blacks are 6.7. So 6.5, 6.7 should be somewhere under that. So it should be somewhere in there. So that is what you guys would have. Then black and white is going to be 9.2, so a little over 9. So this one a little over 9, so it should be right around there. Ooh. Okay, so that is what you guys will have on there. Your white one is 7.5. 7.5. So that looks something like this. And then your red is going to be 5.2. So 5 and a little over 5, and it should look something like this. So then you guys will check this off. Title, axis, I need my Y and I need my X. Label, scale, all good. Okay, so these are my two graphs. So in looking at my two graphs, I have to determine which one has the best fitness, right? So you remember your fitness is to be able to survive. So this is my survival graph. And that you also need to be able to reproduce, right? So you have to remember that those are like the two like big things that you guys need to have. So your claim, so which fur is going to be the most fit? So looking at both of these graphs, what you guys will see is that both my black and white fur is like the one that is most fit. And couple of reasons. One, they produce more pups. So we produce more pups, so you have like 15 versus like 11, so you have like 4 more pups. The second thing is that you guys look at survival, and they have the longest survival. So it has the longest survival, so we have 9.5 years. So those are kind of like the 3 big things that you notice. And then on both graphs, right, the black and white does well on both graphs. So those are kind of like your big things. So the big thing for the reasoning is to answer like the whole big like why question, right? So the big why question is, why are these guys considered more fit, right? So you have to remember that black plus white is more fit, right? Because they in order to be fit, an animal must survive and reproduce, right? Black plus white fur wolves have the most pups and the longest survival rate. Right, so you guys will see that on there. I'm going ahead and I'm talking about and relating it to the graph, right? So that is kind of what you want. Additionally, you would make sure that you have like the 9.5 years and that it produces more pups, right? So you have to go ahead and you have to state those numbers, and state the numbers is really important, okay? So you guys have to really make sure that you guys state those numbers. That's going to be like your big like important deal on there. Okay. So your second part is going to be on your study guide part 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this deal. This is not working.